Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RCB Fan Podcast. We're going to be previewing the MIs versus RCB game that's going to be played at Wankhede. So, question to all my fellow fans. Yen Guru, what do you expect?
RCB ಅಲ್ವಾ ರಾಯಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜರ್ಸ್ ಗೆದ್ದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರಾಯಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರಾಯಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜರ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರಾಯಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜರ್ಸ್
ಅದು ರಾಯಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ರಾಯಲ್
ಹಾ
ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್
ರಾಯಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕೋ ರಾಯಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜರ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
The whole narrative has gone from Sixer Beku to Royal Challenge Beku. Is it? Have you regressed so much?
We've not regressed so much. We'll keep it in the side. The super substitute impact sub is one peg of royal challenger.
That impact sub is where you drown your happiness, drown your sorrows. So that way, that's RCB for you. But of course, fans come with different range of emotions as an RCB fan. And right now, you're eighth in the points table. You can't go any lower because Delhi Capitals is in a very bad state. Mumbai Indians has just you've gone to ninth. Mumbai Indians is on eight. And Gujarat Titans, who were seven, have now moved some places after their victory versus the Rajasthan Royals. So that way, you guys are in the bottom part of the table. So, what is your expectation going into the MI game? Now, don't give me political answers. We'll start with you, Sagar.
Last time I think we were talking that battle of the bottom table right now is going to happen. I think I used the word losers, but I'm feeling more positive after 2-3 days of hopefully you can maintain this same feel for the next few days if RCB wins.
Saying that at Wankhede now we've come to these expecting that if the team batting first is scoring 180, Mumbai will chase it. If the team batting first is scoring 190, 200, 210, they chase it. 230 and above, that's when they just flip. Gujarat scored 230 last year in the eliminator. Mumbai flipped. 270 recently. Hyderabad scored. Mumbai flipped. Now, given that RCB usually go, and the question to you, Pawan, RCB with Virat Kohli are sometimes happy. Do you think they end up feeling happy saying 180 de diya hai, we're fine. We think the pitch is a 170, 180 wicket. How is it that only RCB has these targets, delusional targets, saying 170, 180 is enough? Do you think they might do that mistake again tomorrow?
Frankly, I don't mind them doing having such delusional totals outside, but at Chinnaswamy, at least 180 is definitely not defendable with the kind of bowling lineup we had. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಒಂದ್ ಇನ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡೋದು ಬೆಟರ್ 180 ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ at Wankhede, I think 180, 200 would be competitive, if not defendable. So I don't mind if RCB go in with that sort of a mindset. Virat Kohli received a lot of clap from the fans for his innings. But somewhere down the line, I think that was important given other batters' form currently that RCB have in the middle order. So let's see. I'm still hopeful for a good total this time.
So, Pawan, as you mentioned, Virat Kohli's form, right? In fact, the background image that I have is to remind RCB fans saying, don't go and blame Virat for this. Virat has actually averaged 36% of all of the runs that RCB has scored this time. The four batters that you're seeing, except Bill Jacks, just replace Bill Jacks with Cameron Green because he's played the first few games. Cameron Green, Faf du Plessis, Rajat Patidar, and Glenn Maxwell. All of them, if you put a benchmark saying strike rate 110 and average 20, they've been below that. So that's how abysmal RCB has been. The batters who have come after these guys, which is basically DK and Lomror, they're the ones who are actually scoring runs, and your bowler Vaishak Vijay Kumar is picking wickets. But if somebody does well, usually RCB takes them out. Vaishak Vijay Kumar, after that 3-wicket haul from KKR, didn't find a game. Similarly, Lomror, after being the highest strike rate for somebody scoring more than, I think, 50, 60 runs in this year's IPL, he's out of the team. So, sometimes I don't get these choices that sometimes RCB makes. But yes, I think, Vinay, the question to you right now, based is just my background, do you think RCB is right now due for a change? And if it is, okay, what are the kind of changes you want to see in the batting order?
Right. See, also playing on what you guys spoke, what both of you spoke, right? Now, I am of the opinion that yes, 180, we at least got a respectable score, is not enough for me because it doesn't guarantee victory. So I rather get all out for 140, trying a 200, than hit a safe 180, right? That's the way I look at it. Given that approach, I would see one part is there that Wankhede is bouncy. There's a little more bounce in Wankhede. Maxi has scored 100 during the World Cup in Wankhede. Your Cameroon Green has scored 100 there. Both Kohli and Faf are good at playing bounce. Given that aspect, there is a small decision to make whether Will Jacks can come in, right? Now, all these guys have done well in bouncy wickets, but the form is not coming in line with their abilities. So what I would do, given this choice, is I would bring in Will Jacks because given the form, given what they can do, I think they will reach 190. But if we have to reach 200 plus, 220 plus, you need to go aggressive from the get-go. And nothing has worked. The Faf and the Kohli partnership, though, gets you runs in the power play. It is not a 70 in 6 overs. It's a 50 in 6 overs or a 45 in 6 overs. So let's try and get that 70 in 6 overs.
Sure, 70 in 6 overs, and then you're looking at a middle overs performance. Like today, for example, Rajasthan Royals 43 they scored in the first 6 overs, then they win 91 in the next 9 overs in the middle innings. So I think what RCB also definitely lacks is a middle over game, where for some reason because of a very middle order, Faf, Rajat Patidar, Glenn Maxwell, Cameron Green, runs are hard to come by. So is that why you're saying, okay, I don't think that problem is going to get sorted right now. So we might as well put that energy in the power play where we know that our openers are doing well. And if you get a Will Jackson, that's a few more runs. So is that why you're looking at it that way?
Absolutely. See, right now, I don't see stability in one down and a two down position. I see that RCB have done well in two pockets. First 6, last 6. So let us add more impetus to those two areas. So you have a Will Jacks helping in the power play, and obviously, let's come off all our alcohol high and get the guys who are hitting sixes in the last 6, which is DK and Longo. Right in the middle, I don't find the confidence today that any of them are settled into their role. Whether it's Maxi, who's not able to see any form, Rajat Patidar is meddling 1 out of every 3 balls. So I don't see today. I don't see light there. I don't see who's going to give you that stability. And are they ready for it yet? I didn't see anybody working towards that. Like you sometimes see a batsman getting into slight form, then he's going to get it the next match. I don't see that somewhere, right? So I don't have confidence on that. I would rather bank on the first 6 and the last 6.
Got it. And if you're saying so much about Will Jacks, I'm assuming you're going to play Will Jacks at 3 or make Will Jacks open. So where do you think Will Jacks would get slotted in?
I would play him open or make him open the inning because then it still gives Virat Kohli a little bit more space and time to play his kind of game. Knowing Will Jacks is a lot more aggressive. So Faf gave us that aggression in the last year. That is why we did so well last year in the first 10. But this year, Faf is still not yet finding it, right? He's still not finding.
Got it. So you're looking at Will Jacks for Faf.
Yes. Wow. And maybe Faf, I don't know if Faf comes 1 down, but then I would want that impetus in the beginning of the inning. Let's make a resounding start.
Right. I was actually thinking Will Jacks could come in for Cameron Green, but I see where you're coming from, because if you have Will Jacks, potentially you have 3 batters who can, put their spin their arm over. Cameron Green can bowl medium pace. Will Jacks can bowl off spin, and he has a strike rate of about 17 in T20s, where Rashid Khan at 15.5, balls per wicket is a gold standard. 17 is absolutely not bad. You'd take it any day. That's better than Harbhajan Singh literally in IPLs. So that's a good stat to have in terms of the domestic T20s that Will Jacks has, and of course you have Glenn Maxwell too. So yeah, that's an interesting combination outlook. I was thinking of bringing in Will Jacks for Cameron Green, because I thought you don't want to meddle with the leadership. Faf du Plessis is not injured; he's playing this season, so you want to give him the leadership rope. And as a result, I was thinking Will Jacks for Cameron Green.
Oh, Same. But I would shuffle the batting order a little. That's all.
Got it.
Uh,
Okay.
Actually, the only point, I know we're all, everyone is right now sort of off about Cam Green. That's the entire fan base, which is completely not very happy with the 17 crore buy, and Cameron Green. Nobody is getting what they expected or what they wanted to see. At the same time, we need to remember that Cameron Green is ex-Mumbai Indians player. He's played these bowlers in the nets. He's played 7 matches in Wankhede. He scored the 100 the last time he played at Wankhede. Uh, so there is a possibility that you think of him for one more game for just against Mumbai in Mumbai. Normally we have ex RCB players playing against RCB and doing well. Hopefully this time an ex MI player can do something for RCB. So I just think there is a point there to consider before jumping into Will Jacks, because right now Will Jacks is not tested in IPL just because Cameron Green is not able to execute. For me, I would rather Maxwell has done well bowling. Otherwise, it's not a bad idea to consider Will Jacks for Maxwell direct replacement, and Maxwell give him a break for 1 or 2 matches. Then even Maxwell needs to understand that his position can be questioned because he is going to anyway play in most of the tournament. So I just think we shouldn't get too emotional about just dropping Cameron because there is so much of between the three, all three have not performed. So
Right.
why Cam Green when Cam Green can do something in MI? So
Right, that's an interesting point, but I think the way Cameron Green was used by Mumbai Indians was that they used him specifically at 3, where I think it was a very clear
Hmm.
role definition. But I think the way RCB has used Cameron Green is that for 3 games he's batted at 5, and for 2 games he's batted at 3. So I think that clarity is sometimes not coming through in terms of how you want to utilize a player for whom you played top dollar to hit sixes, because the sixes aren't coming from your other 17 crore, 13 crore type players. But anyway, that's a different economical problem to gauge for.
Yeah, I have a question to ask you guys. So, to solve this, Cameron Green was Maxwell. Whom do you feel more confident between overs 8 to 15?
So I think it's a tough question to answer, but because Maxwell has not fired in batting, which is the strong suit that you expect Maxwell to do, I think it would be fair to give Will Jacks a chance, because you want to get back into the trophy. Because the only way I see RCB even thinking about a playoff spot is if the top 3 teams somehow manage to be on 18, 20, 22. Then what happens is a bunch of teams crowd at that 14-point scale, which is that 7 victories. So at 14 points, then net run rate decides. Again, calculators come into question, and that's like usually in May, that's what RCB fans do, right? They're dependent on the calculator, dependent on other sides. So
No,
I think
we are RCB, man. We have AIs.
you have AIs. What will the AI do?
Recently, today I got a news. ChatGPT has predicted RCB will win 2027 IPL.
2027, okay. That's Isala Cup number coming in actually 3 years earlier than before. But yeah, for the current season, I think a lot of people have given up hope, because I'm seeing that today on our group on the 12th Man Army, MIRCB tickets were available. People are saying, I have bought 4 extra tickets. Does anybody want that ticket? So, given that it's a bank holiday tomorrow in Mumbai, a lot of people aren't really going. So, Mumbai's RCB fans aren't really amused. They don't want to spend top dollar to go get a match ticket, but that's how things are unfolding. But looking at some interesting combinations, because we in this match we're talking about Mumbai Indians. Rohit Sharma averages 49.5 in the power play, strikes at about 190, and I have some interesting numbers to basically talk through. Uh, right now, we're seeing that in the power play, Rohit Sharma started the IPL well, because there's this underlying feeling that last 7 years, Rohit Sharma hasn't done anything well. Maybe, him as an individual contributor, he knows that there is focus on him. He started the IPL pretty well on some of these flat tracks. 49.5, striking at 190 is probably a new high that we're seeing with Rohit Sharma. Same with Ishan Kishan, 159 for all the money that he's paid. Now, how do you stop these ultra aggressive power play batters?
From the numbers we have gathered, I believe left arm seamers are the way to go in the power play against Mumbai's batters. So I think we have 2 of them, and considering all the results and the performances, these 2 have been pretty good so far. Yash Dayal and Reece Topley. So I would not change that opening combo. Although I feel Vaishak Vijay Kumar has a case, his good performances have to be rewarded from previous games. I believe he should come in as a third seamer.
And I think I've always, I notice I agree with your points on both Yash Dayal and Reece Topley, because Nandre Berger and Trent Boult,
Spencer Johnson.
they, they just Spencer Johnson, they just ran through Mumbai Indians. And in a ground where 200 is seen as a norm, if you're able to actually shave off that top order, then they're not going to go beyond 140 or 150, which again makes it pretty similar to how RCB season opener started last year, where Mumbai struggled and got to 170 and RCB chased it like it was without even breaking sweat. Of course, nobody sweats in Bangalore. But I think that's a good thing, because Mumbai's batsmen averaged 16.7 at a 154 strike rate. But I found one more potent combination that has kept Mumbai quiet. They've lost 4 wickets to it, and that is to a right arm leg break. 28.7 is the average at 120 strike rate. So this is keeping these batters quiet. From a leg break bowler, I'm not quite sure if RCB really believes in Karan Sharma as a option, but that's their only leg spinning option right now, right?
Why not Himanshu Sharma?
Last game.
Last game he came in as an impact sub.
So do you
and considered 16, 17 and over, I think, for his 2 overs.
He's just learning the ropes, and when you bowl him on grounds that are otherwise not very conducive, to hit, especially in the second half of the game, it might be too much for a debutant to take. So are you guys keen about somebody like Karan Sharma, or do you want to get Himanshu to perform in an all-important game?
So I would go with a little bit more experience of Karan Sharma. Not only that, I also realized that just like RCB, Mumbai have the same problem. Their 1 down, 2 down is still not fixed. They keep trying to different combinations. Sky came in last week, so now we know he'll be the guy who's 1 down, but he didn't score last match, right? So in between, they tried Tilak Verma, then they tried Brevis, then they tried Dheer, they tried multiple combinations. So I still feel their 1 down, 2 down is also not settled. So I would go with what Pawan said, attack with the 2 left-arm seamers, get to that 1 down, 2 down early. Then you pretty much shave off a lot of overs from them. And then maybe attack with Karan Sharma. Because even if Karan goes bad, you got Maxi. And if we go with our earlier conversation about even if whether Will Jacks, you have more than 2-3 options to use. Even if a Karan Sharma, but I would gamble with a Karan Sharma than Himanshu.
Right. See, the reason I said Karan Sharma is against off spin, both these sides have a very good average and a very decent strike rate. But as much as this is this glaring weakness that we spotted with MI, even with RCB, when you look at the mirror there, RCB has this huge weakness against slow left-arm orthodox bowlers. Like we've seen Jadeja, Harpreet Brar, Manimaran Siddharth, and Anukul Roy. So they average 25.3 at a strike rate of less than run a ball. 90.7 is the strike rate. So that way, do you think Mumbai would also want to go use maybe Shams Mulani or Kumar Kartikeya at RCB's top batters? Because it looks like it's a very apparent trend that Virat and Faf are struggling.
But that's the same question. It's the same answer to the question. Would you use Himanshu Sharma for a win or lose game? It's the same answer for MI, right? Again, they don't have the Achilles heel of Bangalore, which is experienced.
Right.
Same way, Bangalore doesn't have the Achilles heel for Mumbai, for which they are weak, right? So both sides seem to be going through the same journey together.
Absolutely. I think both sides are built very similarly, where it's built on the concept of outbatting the opponent and hoping that you get to chase in your home ground, and you'll chase a 180, 190 kind of a total. So Mumbai, on the basis of that, sneaked into the IPL playoffs last year because they won 3 or 4 games in this similar vein, where they were chasing 190 plus totals. Now, in the current form, RCB had an opportunity to score a subpar 180 total, but they collapsed for 150 runs. So I think that way, I think RCB is aware that they've had this one big mistake where they had a good opportunity to get 2 points on the board against Lucknow Super Giants, but that did not go to fruition. But yes, I think that way these sides are built similarly. They have a similar inexperience in their bowling attack, depend too much on their batters. and their top order opening batters are actually the ones scoring runs. So that way they look a lot similar. But I think the slow left arm orthodox thing is something which is too glaring, and I'm sure Mumbai will go with either of Shams Molani or Kumar Kartikeya. I'm just hoping they are able to find who the right spinner is against this kind of an opponent, because RCB will definitely be slightly on the back foot given that Faf du Plessis, Rajat Patidar, Glenn Maxwell, and Cameron Green are all struggling. Runs are just not coming. So it'll be interesting. And Virat Kohli is not the one who's going to go aggressive against these kind of bowlers. So I'm curious and interested to see how does this pan out.
Karthik, I have one question. So, since we are speaking of RCB's struggles against slow left arm, I think they addressed this in the last game and played Saurav Chavan at 3, at 4, I believe. So, do you make a case for him in the MI line against MI?
And while RCB sometimes is conducive to making these slight changes, to protect some of their main batters, I still don't know if they are with Saurav Chauhan. Do you have somebody who is IPL level quality? How much did he score last game? I think he made
9.
about 9 or 10, right?
Just 1-6, I believe. Yeah.
9 or 6 balls.
But yes, I think that's a potential strategy when they know that their top order is struggling. Saurav Chauhan coming could definitely be a way to counter, because otherwise they would have to move somebody like Lomror up the order, and just as whatever he was doing in the death overs, he has to do in the middle overs, which is where Harpreet Brar or Siddharth Manimaran largely operate, apart from the 1 over in the power play. So that's an interesting thing that we should be aware and cognizant of, that Saurav Chauhan could also potentially come in as their impact player. But yes, we've so far had a very serious discussion on what stats, what numbers. We're just going to now take a little break, and we're going to go look at memes to understand what is our top meme of the day, and what do you guys think about some of these memes. This was a meme that came by called meme of the match, and one is, of course, I'm trying to make it neutral. Surya Kumar Yadav isn't in the best of form. So people are expecting that, RCB fans were basically expecting that Surya Kumar Yadav will get out for a duck.
This is also a part of meme that people have said that whoever is not in form can come to play against RCB. Like Narayan didn't score runs for 20 odd innings and then came to form, and John Butler has also come to form. So considering that, I wish this O2 repeats with Surya Kumar Yadav, and he's also scored the 83 last time. So we don't want him to come back to form.
Wow.
He can hit the remaining matches and get into the World Cup squad later.
If you're going the anti-way, saying that people come to form with RCB, I will remember that for Surya, and especially if Mumbai is going to chase and RCB is batting first, I'm going to go put at least a vice captain on my fantasy team with Surya Kumar Yadav. But yes, the other thing that's coming about is retentions, 8 retentions potentially, that people are being talking about, the rumors. And one RCB fan from Himachal Pradesh says that he doesn't want any retention. He wants a clean slate. Do you guys agree with that?
I don't think we have 8 good players to retain in our first 11.
Couple of more memes. Is that how you guys are feeling like this actress? Har baar garam karke thanda hi chhod dete hain. So the garam happened in the first 2 games in this year's IPL. RCB won a game against Punjab Kings. I think immediately the mood was high. I remember whole of Chennai.
No man, the गरम करने के लिए foreplay चाहिए. यहाँ सिर्फ play कर रहे हैं, foreplay नहीं हो रहा है.
See, the foreplay comes because as soon as you just get near Chinnaswamy, the RCB chants that are there, it looks like people are doing that, and that I think that the crowd that day was in a delirium. They've celebrated like they won the World Cup, which is how usually RCB gets all passionate and this thing. But right now, are you in that state where out of all that thing now, the Josh is gone, because you realize you're 1 game away from saying, okay, fine, this year is over, let's look at next year. Is that the current state, or you guys are still retaining all the Josh?
If I am that lady right now, I'm sleeping.
Just sleeping right now. So that's how an RCB fan is thinking about right now. And of course, the last one, is an RCB fan's attitude and the RCB fans' achievement. Do you feel a lot more confident facing MI than, let's say, some of the other teams like LSG or CSK?
No, I was saying that we have definitely, as we were discussing, the two teams are definitely similar. Like when I was saying, I'm also right now sleeping. If I'm that lady, I'm not sure if the confidence is flying. But I think we should stay positive for this game and see how it goes.
Right. So one quick final word of each of us. Let's see who's going to win. I'm going to go ahead with RCB beating MI.
I'm going for an RCB win. I don't know where I'm getting this confidence from, but there is some hope if Will Jacks comes in.
Right. My ideal situation is Mumbai bat. The bowlers basically create the dents, and then Mumbai end up with a 170, 180 thing, and RCB finally learns from its mistakes from the LSG game and goes chases that down. And that's my
Yes.
game situation that I'm thinking about. What about you, Vinay?
In the LSG game, I was seeing when Siraj hit those 2 sixes, the way the fans celebrated, right? I felt, oh, the game was over, but then they were like mad. So only for the sake of fandom and for those fans, I will still say RCB.
There are three fans who are delusionally saying that RCB will win. There is one person who is actually saying, no, basis strength, you guys are actually better than Mumbai Indians. So that's how I am saying that RCB is going to win. But we'll find that out. What do you think? Who's going to win? Please do comment. And if you have any questions for us, we're going to be happy to discuss it. Please put it in the comments and tag 12th Man Army in on Twitter and do share your questions. We'll be happy to take them and get this conversation going. We'll catch you in the post-match tomorrow night about RCB and MI. What happened? We'll find that out. But till then, see you from me and the whole team here at East Sala Bros.
Thank you.
Thank you.